The Darien Athletic Foundation is proud to present high school girls soccer here on the DAF Media Network. Welcome in to Darien High School, turf field number 2. Darien taking on Brien McMahon this afternoon in an FCIAC matchup. And I am Damian Andrew, joining me on the broadcast. Familiar partners, John Bradley, the boys varsity soccer coach here at Darien High School, and Barry Cronin of the Darien Athletic Foundation, longtime Darien resident and soccer aficionado. Gentlemen, welcome in.
Thanks, Damian. Good to be here.
Good afternoon. Ready to roll again?
We are ready to roll again. The last time we were together, Darien had just beaten Greenwich in the season opener 6-0. 5 goals from Katie Ramsey, one of the top players, of course, in the FCIAC and in the entire state. Darien comes in a perfect 4-0. Brien McMahon 1-1-1. Common opponent being Trumbull. Darien beat Trumbull 1-0. Brien McMahon lost to Trumbull.
And Damian, early in the FCIAC season, records can be quite misleading, and it's not so much what is your record, but really more importantly, who have you played thus far in the season?
Absolutely, well said. And I spoke with Brien McMahon's head coach, Angelo Singliotis, his second year coaching the Senators. He likes his squad, John.
Oh, a lot's changed over the last few years. McMahon have got some very good players. They definitely know pushover. I mean, I think there's going to be a very, very interesting start to the game. If Darien can get on top, you're going to be able to deflate McMahon. We've got Caitlin Hocker on the ball.
And we are underway here at Darien High School. Blue Wave taking on Brien McMahon. Blue Wave in white, going from left to right on your screen. Brien McMahon in navy blue, going from right to left.
And I think just then we saw Darien tried to get Ramsey on the ball early. I think she'll be a little bit frustrated with that, because that was she should have put a better cross into the box. But I think we're going to try and find Katie and Ellen early, get them on the ball, get them linking up, and put some pressure on the McMahon defense.
One of the captains, Olivia Leone, for McMahon, the free kick there.
I think Darien are definitely going to have to watch number 9 for McMahon, Peyton McNamara, who, in my own opinion, is one of the top 3 players in the league, if not the best. She's just committed as a sophomore to Ohio State, and Darien's going to have to keep her off the ball and prevent her having an influence on the game.
Coach Singliotis very high on Peyton McNamara, only a sophomore, John, and as you said, bright future for her, no doubt.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the game plan, because with her playing in the middle of the field, I think Darien you're going to see try and get the ball out wide and then up into the forward. I think we see it now.
And early on this season, depth has proven to be a strong advantage for Darien squad, and we'll see if they're the deeper team today.
Yeah, a lot of returning players from last year's team.
And I think the players today, as you can hear in the background, shouldn't underestimate how powerful this wind is. Okay, I think in certain free kicks and corner kicks, this wind can have an impact on this game. So the best thing the Blue Wave can do is keep the ball on the ground in order to push McMahon further and further back.
The last 2 times we've been together now, guys, it's been windy. Windy, overcast here at Darien High School. Perfect soccer weather, John.
Well, it could be worse. It could be in England where it's 40 degrees and raining. But as you can see, it's a very similar start to the other day. I mean, the first few minutes have been a little bit scrappy. Again, I think both teams, we've only played 3 minutes, will be looking to get the ball on the ground and settle down. It's a little bit erratic at the moment from both teams.
Lana Dolan, the header, out of bounds. The throw in here for McMahon. Ramsey fighting for position there. McMahon on the attack.
Again, you could see there the wind pushed the ball a little bit hard there, and we're going to have to do a better job of controlling the ball and having a good first touch. Otherwise, it's going to be trouble today with this wind.
Yeah, and it looks like a lot of the game today might just be in the middle of the field, so each team will have to make the best chances and capitalize on what few opportunities they might have.
Again, what's changed is, again, last year and this year, McMahon were definitely a much better soccer side. The coach has done a real good job instilling confidence in them to move the ball around. They're not just going to come out here and just whack the ball up the field.
John, this is a team in McMahon that can play with Darien from a speed and athleticism standpoint, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think if there's McMahon actually have got some good players. I actually have a few that play for me, and I think as the game wears on, I think, as Barry said, the depth could be a little issue, but the longer McMahon can keep Darien off the scoreboard, they're going to start to feel confident. So I'm looking for Darien to get a goal in his first 10-15 minutes to really take the wind out of McMahon. That's a good ball in there, but again, safely cleared out by McMahon.
Yeah, and with respect to similarities to the Greenwich game, like you said, John, the first 15 minutes of the Greenwich game were scrappy. The Greenwich side had probably the higher quality chance and hit the crossbar, and they couldn't capitalize, and then Darien exploded for 5 goals.
And that's like this free kick here that Olivia's going to take. They're going to look to exploit this and get this into the box, and that's a great kick. And again, if they can get the second ball, now this is where Darien's got to use its speed again.
Ellen Harnish
is in behind the defence. That's good recovery there by Victoria.
Ellen Harnish, 6 goals already on the season, 4 assists. So she is a dangerous player anytime she has the ball.
I think it's going to be obviously another long throw into the box. A little interesting from Darien here. If you look, McMahon have decided to defend with 10 players. Darien have actually got 5 players outside the box. So this could be a little interesting to see how this works out the first round of the game.
Natalie Bravo, the throw-in.
And again, as the ball comes out to Emily, that's a good cross back in. Natalie Bravo will be looking for a shot here. It's a good effort.
And the save by Tatiana Arias.
I think the ref may have inadvertently given a penalty. Well, he's given a penalty, which I think is a very, 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 very...
I think he called handball in the box.
Generous to say the least, decision to Darien.
So Harnish will take the penalty shot here.
I think that's unfortunate. I don't think the defender had any much chance to get out of the way of that.
Tatiana Arias is McMahon's senior keeper. Here's Harnish.
And
wide
she's
right.
Put it wide. Again, be great to see that one back at halftime, because I think it looked pretty accidental by the McMahon player, but again, Darien didn't capitalise, so now 7 minutes in. But going back to that last throw, and I think Darien are definitely going to have to commit more bodies forward. McMahon defended with 10 players because everyone in the league was started to hear about Natalie Bravo's long throw-in. So unless they defend, if they defend with 10 and we don't push 7-8 bodies in the box, I'm not sure how we're going to score off one of those long throws today. And the thing we can see as the game started, I think, as I said, there's 5 or 6 excellent players out there for McMahon. But I think, as I said, the depth of this Darien squad, I think, is going to wear this McMahon team down over the course of the game.
This is a fairly young McMahon team, too. 3 senior captains in Emma Hargrove, Marisha Slowick, and Olivia Leone, who we've mentioned her name already a couple times this afternoon. But we got some sophomores, some juniors for the Senators.
And they have 4 freshmen as well, Damon.
Again, that's a great interception there. Again, I think neither team has started to take control of this game just yet. Scrappy would be my polite way to describe the game at the moment.
As Barry mentioned earlier, it's been played a lot at midfield.
And a quick shout out to the young DSA ball girls on the sidelines helping out. Great to see.
Well done there by Ramsey. But again, I think we just saw there, in my own opinion, Darien is definitely the better team technically, and that's a good ball by Alana. So Darien doesn't want to just be wildly pumping balls into the box and in the air and giving McMahon a chance to win these balls. I think we need to settle down, get a foot on the ball, and doing a great job at the moment of using the wings and keeping the ball out of danger areas where McNamara can pick up the ball and cause you problems. I think we're looking to switch the field again. Again, I think for those of you that can hear the coaches on the sideline yelling at the girls to get the ball out wide.
And getting the ball out wide was critical in a number of the goals in the Greenwich game. They were clearly the superior team, the faster team, and they used that to their advantage.
Victoria Papadopoulos for McMahon will throw it in. Whistle will go in favor of the Blue Wave. So these two teams, when they met last season, McMahon won, or Darien won rather, and they scored all 3 of their goals on set pieces.
And again, the girls have been working hard on this in practice, so let's see. I think we're going to see a good delivery from Bravo again. Excellent. But again, I think, like I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, we're 15 minutes in now, and McMahon look comfortable. I think we've got to start to use the width, get in behind them, use our speed and athleticism. At the moment, it's a little bit too easy for McMahon to defend because we're just lumping balls in the air where they are big and strong, and it's going to be difficult for us to break them down that way. And again, I can hear Mike and Lee over there. I think it's a frustrating part of a coach's job that ultimately you can put your plan in place, but you can't go on and do it for them. So as I said, hopefully in the next 5 minutes, Darien will start to use the width more. That's a great tackle there. Good time by McNamara. That could run. No, she's done a good job keeping that in, Hocker.
Hocker and McNamara, both sophomores up front for the Senators.
Hocker was actually spent the first 14 years of her life living in Darien. Played DSA travel, Darien travel all the way through. Is an outstanding hockey player as well.
We've mentioned McNamara a couple times already this afternoon, John. What makes her such a special player?
She's so technically gifted, and I mean her brain, as I said, she's just committed. Oh, McMahon in the box.
Corner kick for McMahon coming up.
Again, she's so technically good, but her soccer IQ is unbelievable, and I think to have committed already for Ohio State as a sophomore. But McMahon have got a couple of other players, as I said.
Marisha Slowick, the corner.
Ooh, it's in around the. It's a good punch out there by Fiore.
And Ramsey's on the move.
But again, the quality in the service needs to be better up to the forward.
Darien, of course, coached by Lee Parsons. He's in his 6th year as the Blue Wave head coach. His assistant, Mike Fraioli, who you mentioned earlier, John.
Yeah, I think you can hear Mike from here. It's
cutting through the
but
wind.
Again, I feel their pain. I go through this myself. And again, I think what you're seeing at the moment in the middle of midfield, number 2, Michaela Facina, doing a real good job as well of breaking up the play in there. So I think we're right. I think again we'll be looking again. McMahon, I think, will defend with 10 bodies. If if you look at the moment, Emily D'Annunzio's come around the back post. She spots something. No one's really gone to pick her up. Now they have. They've all.
Bravo, the free kick here.
And I think McMahon have decided that they're not going to go the same way as last year. It's a great ball into the box, but a good header out. As I said, very difficult when the team's defending with 10. So right now we've got to try and keep the ball. Try and suck them out a little bit, maintain possession. And again, it's a pretty common theme at the moment. We need to do better on the ball.
Here's McNamara. She is an explosive player. You can see that early on, no doubt.
Again, I think the centre midfielders are cancelling each other out at the moment. So it's very scrappy in there, I think. Look for Bravo and Dolan to start to dictate the game in the centre midfield very soon. That's well defended there. That's a good drop in by Ramsey. Oh!
Harnish is loose in front of the defense here.
Oh, it's a good tackle to recover. Might even be a goal kick.
25-16 here in the first half. No score at Darien High School between the Blue Wave and Brien McMahon.
Wind picking up just a little bit.
Eva Finn on the far sideline.
We've got Emily D'Annunzio on the ball. For those of you who don't know, she'll be playing soccer at Colgate next year. Again, one of the best defenders in the league, if not the best, in my opinion. Facina's on the ball. That's well cut out. Facina's actually heading to Iona to play next year as well. So we've got some decent soccer players on the pitch today. Again, at the moment, it's just pretty erratic from both teams.
D'Annunzio, one of 4 Blue Wave captains, along with Christine Fiore, Charlotte Harmon, and Katie Ramsey. Unfortunately, Harmon out for the season with an ACL injury. Sophia Terrasides, the throw-in here. Down into the corner.
And a corner kick awarded to Brien McMahon. The last corner was a nice one, John.
Yeah, and again, I think you're seeing different tactics here. When Damien mentioned earlier that McMahon gave up 3 goals from set pieces last year, they're defending with 10 players in the box, whereas if you look now, it's a great header by Emily. Darien only defended with 8 and kept 2 forwards up. So it's a slightly different approach on the set pieces.
And Fiore scoops it up. One of the best keepers in the FCIAC, if not the entire state. 4 games, 4 shutouts for Christine Fiore. And her offense in the first 4 games of the season has really been impressive.
Yeah, like I said last game, she's so composed and so good in there that she gives the rest of the team confidence. And they know that they don't have to score 5, 6 goals a game to win it. Okay, because those clean sheets later on in the season are going to come in very handy. That's some nice soccer by them, McMahon, to get out of trouble. It's a great ball out wide. And this one, I think they'll look to get players in the box. Oh, good tackle.
Yeah, the McMahon team certainly seems like they've settled down a little bit, and in fact probably have had the edge slightly over the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. I think that very soon, if Darien can put the pieces together and start using the width of the field, they'll start to dominate the game. But I think the strength of McMahon is through the middle. They've got a very good centre back, centre midfield, and forward. So the spine of the team's really good, and we keep trying to get it up to the forwards through the middle, but we're going to have a much better chance of breaking them down the wings.
Inside of 21 minutes now in the first half, still scoreless tie here, 0-0.
Darien in white, Brien McMahon in navy blue. Darien moving from left to right on your screen. Brien McMahon from right to left. Blue Wave undefeated 4-0. They've outscored their opponents 22-0 in the first 4 games.
Again, I think like Barry said earlier, it's the start of the season with the way the schedule falls, McMahon on the attack again. It's slightly tricky when you have some of the easier teams back to back. So Darien had Central and Trinity, so you don't really get tested. It's nice when those games break up your season. But I think over the last 2-3 years, it's nice to see where McMahon have come from and to where they are now. Near and dear to my heart. I coached there in 05 for 1 year when I left Darien. But they're now a very, very solid and respected program in the FCIAC.
Well, Darien did beat a very tough Trumbull team the second game of the season, 1-0 here at Darien.
That's a good tackle. Yeah, the Trumbull was a great result. Again, Trumbull's a very good team. As I said, I think the frustration from the coaches will just be right now. Darien's playing into exactly what McMahon wants them to do. We've got to use the skill in midfield of Dolan and Bravo. Start to get the ball out wide a little more.
Emily Bergwall, the throw in. Ramsey.
I've been very impressed this season of how Bergwall, Fox, D'Annunzio and Everfin have done at the back. It's a very, very, very solid group back there along with Fiore.
Yeah, their strong defense and goaltending should put them in a very, very good position to compete with the stronger teams in the league as the schedule gets a little trickier in the coming weeks.
It's another great throw in. Oh, that could be penalty number 2. Who am I to judge the officials? I'm not sure how they gave us the first penalty, and I'm not sure how they didn't give us one there. It looked like she got run over by a truck. But as they say, you never get 2 PKs in a game. It's another good goal kick with this win. And again, if you look immediately, Bravo received that ball. There were 3 McMahon players around her. That's a good tackle.
Bravo has been all over the field this afternoon.
Great play by Sarah Helms, who's lucky enough outside of here to play Premier Soccer for me.
Bergwall throws it in to Ramsey. Ramsey fighting for possession here on the near sideline.
That's a good tackle by Honora. Again, a little too many touches again if we can swing that ball out wide. That's exactly the area where Darien wants it. Again, I'd probably, analysing this game so far, I think Darien's defending probably a little too deep. It's a good ball by D'Annunzio.
Yeah, they could definitely bring up 1, if not 2 of their defenders, get them in the attacking zone.
I think if we look here with Bergwall, D'Annunzio and Fox, all 3 of them are very, very, very technically good on the ball. So if we could just get one of them up supporting the midfield, we can get them another midfielder helping the forwards. Darien at the moment is a little bit isolated, and we're just getting the ball up and hoping that Ramsey and Harnish can get some shots on goal. We've definitely got more ability on the field than that. I think it'd be frustrating the coaches a little bit that they haven't taken the initiative to push on a little bit.
In the Darien attack, Harnish and Ramsey right now are playing 2-on-4 defenders, so that's tough to break through.
Yeah, but like Damien said, they'll have watched last year's game and they knew they lost out on set pieces, and they'll be determined to defend resolutely and not give up any cheap goals. This is another great chance for Darien. If you look at where D'Annunzio and Ramsey are, if we can get the ball into that area around the penalty spot, I think we could be looking at a goal here.
Yeah, Bravo's already had a couple nice kicks into the box.
That's a great free kick. That's right the area where we want it. I was almost right. And if we get the ball back, that's a great ball back over the top. Good header.
It's a good pass there. And see if Brien McMahon can flip the field the other way.
I think Facina's going to open up here. But again, similar to Darien, the first part there was great. McMahon got it out the back, got it out wide, but another wasted ball. I think it'd be frustrating both coaches at the moment that last third of the field is lacking quality at the moment.
$15-10 left in the first half. No score in this one. Darien taking on Brien McMahon. FCIAC matchup. Blue Wave undefeated 4-0. Brien McMahon 1-1-1 in the early part of the season. There's Peyton McNamara. Out to Michaela Facina.
That's a great kick there by Fiore. Looking for Ramsey to win this.
Ramsey just good. So quick down the field.
Olivia Leone having a great game back there.
Yeah, that's good.
McNamara will be looking to take this on herself.
Yeah, you can see the burst of speed there, John.
Oh, that's
That looked like the first time she really tried to go one-on-one and almost blew past 3 defenders.
Yeah, you can see the athleticism out of her, no doubt.
I think it's great that we've got Emily D'Annunzio in there. That was a great stop right at the end. "27 minutes in and the wind's picking up, the crowd's growing, and the ice cream truck is here."
On an overcast day in Darien. But it is pleasant, though. It's pleasant out.
Oh, it's gorgeous, gorgeous. As I said, this is an English summer.
Here's Fiore, the goalie kick here.
That's a good ball. It's well done there by Nora. But again, it's straight back down the middle. And I said, I think.
John, has anything surprised you in this game thus far as we're about at the 12-minute mark of the first half?
I think McMahon have obviously come in with a game plan of defending resolutely. Set pieces, I said, they're defending with 10 bodies in the box. So I think Darien can definitely commit 1 or 2 more in there. They're going to try and bottle up the 2 forwards, which have done well. I said the frustration will be coming from Lee and Mike a little bit that we're not using the width of the field enough. Again, I know that's what they'll be looking to do because I can hear them from here. Because I said Darien can dominate this game if they keep the ball away from the danger players of McMahon.
And you have to give some credit to Brien McMahon. They're not a one-person team out here. They've got a
well done by Harnish.
Number of good players out there.
It's a good ball by Ramsey. And I think that was a great example of what we were just talking about, whereas the midfield haven't got up there. That's really just, we've got Harnish and Ramsey up there on their own, and we need some midfielders up there supporting them so we can get more shots on goal. I don't think Lee and Mike will be worried about defensively, as I said, with the keeper and the 4 defenders.
McMahon runs like a 4-5-1 formation, don't they?
Yes, you can see number 4 up high. Chloe Ortolano, she plays basically the lone forward up there. This could be tricky with the win. But again, McMahon has explosive players where if they can defend resolutely, they definitely can open you up a little bit.
Leone.
That's a great free kick. Oh,
oof. McNamara almost had it. That was nearly a McMahon goal.
She almost sneaked in at the back post there. But I think that so far their system's working, and that's why, as I said, Lee and Mike, I think, could be looking to push, get the defenders pushing up a little more. As I said, the last place Darien wants to keep this ball is in the middle of the field all the time.
Nice move by Ramsey.
Ramsey's got. But again, just a little too late. Ramsey's got to release that earlier to Olivia Yu. It's a good step by Fox, and Darien looking to build again. It's a little hopeful there. Again, we need to keep the ball on the ground.
Anna Fox, one of those Blue Wave players who's been on the varsity since her freshman season.
Nice battle by number 4 for Brien McMahon, Ortolano, resulting in a handball.
I think McMahon will be looking to do the same.
Leone takes every kick.
Yeah, I mean, she serves a great ball. I think she's just got her instruction from the coach.
Nice play by Fiore. She'll clear it out. No score, just under 7 minutes left in the first half here at Darien High School.
That's a great kick. It's well defended again by McMahon. Again, it's too direct for Darien and too predictable right now, which is making it very easy for McMahon to defend. Been very impressed by their centre backs. Lister's having a good game in there as well.
Katie Ramsey's going to check out. Maddie Joyce will check in for the Blue Wave. Maddie Joyce with 2 goals early in this season. Sophomore.
I think some of that is if you look over on the sideline, Mike's explaining to Katie Ramsey exactly what's needed of her, and my guess is explaining to her when she receives the ball, look for the outside midfield. As I said a couple minutes ago, Olivia Yu made a great run and we held on to the ball too long. And we also need to start doing a better job switching the field as well. If we look out on the left, there's a ton of space. Great turn by Harnish. That's a great run by Nora Brown. She might just get on the end of that. Oh, good save, goalie. I don't know where the goalie's going. The keeper made that interesting.
Yeah, she came way out to get that ball. Tatiana Arias is the McMahon keeper. their senior keeper.
I think that run there from Honora Brown was the first run into the box by a midfielder today. Sometimes when you're coaching, it's hard to keep yelling from the sideline, so you need to sometimes pull a player out, give them their instructions, and send them back out there. Well done by Brown. But again, just straight down the middle again. Got to avoid pumping those balls into their centre defenders. Great interception by Fox.
And John, number 11, Helms for Brien McMahon, has had a nice start to this game.
She's a very good player as well. Very, very solid. Reads the game well. Great first touch. That's a good ball up to Harnish. Oh.
Nice try.
Well done there. Again, Darien started to dominate in the last 5 minutes.
Certainly look a little more aggressive and crisper in their passing.
I think McMahon will just be looking to survive the next 6 minutes and get out here at 0-0 halftime. See, that's a good run up the field by D'Annunzio. That's what we'd like to see more of. That's well done. She must have heard me. And that's what I think we need to do. We need to get one of these defenders pushing up the field, because nobody's going to mark you. And then back she goes now. I think she could really help on these long throw-ins.
Bravo to throw it in. 5 minutes left in the first half. No score in this one. Darien at home taking on Brien McMahon.
Good throw into the box.
McNamara clears it out.
Bergwell. Well done there by Ortolano. It's going to hold the ball up long enough. Well done. That's excellent by McMahon. Looking to release McNamara.
Headed out of bounds by Sofia Terrasides, the junior. Katie Ramsey back in. Maddie Joyce checks out.
Four minutes to go here in the first half.
Caitlin Hocker, the sophomore, couldn't quite turn it there. Here comes Bravo, the throw-in.
That's a great ball over the top. Well done there by Darien.
Free kick here for the Blue Wave. Bravo will take it.
Three minutes left in the half. Would be a great time for Darien to put one in here. Bravo will be looking to get this shot on goal. And I think what we see here is McMahon have done their homework and figured out that obviously Ramsey and Harnish are two very dangerous players, and they're doing their very best. Every time they get the ball, there's 2 or 3 defenders on them immediately. They're not going to give them any space, any time to turn. And they've done a very good job of it for this half. And again, they'll look to get another good delivery into the box. And these are dangerous for Darien with 2 minutes left in the half. McMahon in no rush to take this free kick. They can get a good delivery here. Could be dangerous.
Olivia Leone will take the free kick here, the captain.
Another great ball, that is. Well defended.
And a corner kick to McMahon. Minute and a half to go here in the first half.
So McMahon applying some pressure here late in the first half with no score.
Their last 2 corners have been right into the middle of the box, saved by Fiore, but nonetheless really good corner attempts.
Marisha Slowick.
Very clever there as well. She's taken a good 30, 40 seconds off the clock. It's a good ball. Oh, McMahon have hit themselves.
Inside of a minute now.
I'll look for a huge kick up the field from Fiore. That's a great kick.
Yeah, and that's what you got.
I think Ramsey could get on the end of this.
.30 seconds left.
I think the half's going to wind down here. I don't think McMahon are going to be any rush to take this free kick.
And John, I think if you were talking to Coach Angelo before the game, he would be very pleased to go into the second half with a 0-0 tie.
Again, I think they've executed their game plan very well. As I said, they have very, very solid players on the outside. The spine of the team is excellent. I think the spine of the team can compete with a lot of teams in this league. So he's going to be very, very happy with the way the half played out. I think, as I said, by the couple changes that Mike and Lee made, I think they're going to sit the girls down now and really talk about moving the ball more, quicker, getting it out wide, where you can exploit our athleticism and our skill up against some of the McMahon fullbacks. I think they're going to really, really hammer that point home, that we can't just keep lumping the ball up to Harnish and Ramsey and hope that they can do something 1v1.
Yeah, they've played well. They just haven't had that many high-quality chances. I think probably their best chance was when Honora Brown came in from the right side of the top of the box. But beyond that, they really haven't gotten the high-quality chance.
No, that took 34 minutes to get them to do that. So I think if we don't get them centre midfielders supporting the forwards anymore, then it's going to be much of the same in the second half.
And we are at the half. No score. We're going to take a quick break here from Darien High School. Blue Wave 0, McMahon 0. FCIAC Varsity Girls Soccer action. We'll be right back here on the DAF Media Network.
Coach Trafone. I'm speaking on behalf of not only the high school but also the DJFL and our
You know what it is.
What?
We are back here on the DAF Media Network. High school girls varsity soccer. Darien taking on Brien McMahon. The second half about ready to start. No score at the half. Darien coming into this game undefeated 4-0. They've outscored their opponents in the first 4 games by a combined 22-0. Peyton McNamara gets things started for the Senators.
Oh, she's cut
Emma
inside well there.
Hargrove.
Oh, that's great defending.
that was probably the best chance of the day right there for either team.
It looks like Natalie Bravo forgot where the sideline was. And this is who you don't want on the ball. I think this first minute of the half will be frustrating for the Darien coaches. It looks like we've come out asleep here.
Goalie kick here for Chrissy Fiore, one of the better keepers in the state. We've spoken a lot about her.
Oh, well done there by Alana. Now Darien looking to build from here. That's a great ball from Bravo. That's what they'll be looking for. Exploit the width. This could be it for Darien.
Arias comes up with it for McMahon, and she clears it away.
I think that's the best move of the day there from Darien. Again, the wind picking up a little more here. I think Bravo could be a game changer here for Darien.
She has played well this afternoon against Brien McMahon.
McMahon do a good job there getting out the back.
Not sure the wind really favors either squad. It's almost coming across the field, but I think it will probably shift from time to time here. Right now it looks like it's favoring McMahon a little bit.
You had mentioned this in the first half, Darien's depth. That could start to take shape here in the second half, John?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a deeper bench for Darien, so I think it'll be interesting to see how the first 5-10 minutes of this half plays out. But again, I think the McMahon coaches will have given them specific instructions. We can already see Darien getting down the wings already. That's twice now in the first 3 minutes.
Just getting started here in the second half. High school girls varsity soccer. Darien, Brien McMahon, no score in this one.
And again, I think that's a good example of what Darien won't be looking for. We've just fired the ball straight back into their defense.
Eva Finn, the throw in for Darien.
That's a good turn by Harnish. It looks like the players have definitely listened to Lee and Mike at halftime. That's 3 times already in the first 3 minutes. We've got the ball down the wings. And now we're looking for a long throw into the box. Again, could probably commit more bodies forward here with 4 defenders back and just 1 forward.
Bravo will throw this in. The junior, number 2.
It's a good throw. Again, it's going to be hard to score on one of these with McMahon with 9 players in, well 10 including the keeper, and Darien just having 5 in there, where you can pretty much 2 players can mark 1 Darien. That's a great turn. This is what Darien doesn't want to see. D'Annunzio, great defending. This is a great 1v1 matchup today with D'Annunzio. That's a great shot.
Oh, off the post.
What a shot there.
That ball just exploded off her foot.
That was a fantastic shot.
Brien McMahon coming oh so close that time down the field. 35-45 left in the game. No score. Fiore will take the goalie kick here.
The 1v1 matchup with McNamara and D'Annunzio is fantastic to see. 2 top-class players going at each other.
There comes Harnish trying to chase it down. Arias clears it out for Brien McMahon.
I think the refs a little bit disappointed in themselves there. They didn't play the advantage. McMahon were definitely on the way up the field.
And you know who's going to take this free kick for Brien McMahon. She's taken them all game long.
Turning into my new favorite player.
Olivia Leone, the captain for the Senators, senior captain. There's 3 of them, Emma Hargrove, Marisha Slowick, and Olivia Leone.
I mean, you can see how how high up the field they are that they think she can whack this. That's a great ball. That's going to be very hard to defend. D'Annunzio again, excellent. But again, that difficulty, Ramsey gets it, surrounded by 3 bodies. It's going to be tough. And hard work for her and Harnish today. They're going to have to use their soccer know-how to escape. If they don't escape from the first defender, there's always 2 or 3 around them.
You and Barry were talking about D'Annunzio in the first half. What makes her such an exceptional defender?
Oh, I mean, she's strong, quick, great in the air, and reads the game very well. So as I said, I think she's winning that, at the moment, that individual matchup, because as soon as she sees McNamara with the ball at her feet, Emily gets low to the ground and makes sure that Peyton can't go round her.
And I would add the competitiveness and the fearlessness. She's great in the air, as you said, John.
Barry, your impressions early here in the second half of this one?
Well, Darien certainly dodged a bullet. I mean, that was a great shot and just glanced off the bar. But I think that thus far, Brien McMahon looks like they've controlled the last 5 minutes, although I think John's right. The first 3 to 4 minutes, Darien controlled the pace of play and had a couple of nice runs down both sides of the field. So I think we're kind of back to the chess match here and see who can capitalize and finish.
That's well done there by Dolan. Again, as I'm looking around, great crowd out here today.
Bravo will take the free ball. No score. Darien, Brien McMahon.
I think she was looking to take a shot here.
Yeah, this could definitely go on frame for sure.
And the goalie's taking a little bit of a chance because she's 3-4 yards off her line. If Bravo strikes this well.
Top left corner is open. She's moving further to the right.
There's your goal. Oh, I lied.
Over the crossbar. It almost looked like it from here.
I thought I saw that one going in the top of the net. Shows what I know. But again, the goalie took a little bit of a chance there. She should have backed up a little bit to stop that happening. If that would have been a foot lower, that's in the goal.
Brien McMahon in the navy blue with the red moving from left to right. Darien in white.
That's a good touch and good turn. Good tackle there by Brown. But again, it's straight down the middle again. Bravo picked up the next ball. I think Darien started off great at the half, getting the ball down the wings, and now it's back to pumping it up the middle. And this is what you don't want to see if you're Darien.
McNamara in a one-on-one situation.
Well cleared by D'Annunzio. We seem to be saying those 2 names quite a lot today. I think Harnish could pick this up. And again, I think the coach's frustration will be at the moment that 2 defenders there had a chance to keep the ball on the ground, and we've whacked it back up the field. Darien needs to do a better job from the back 4, maintaining the ball and keeping it on the ground.
And Nora Brown to throw it in here on the far side of the field.
Again, similar to the first half, McMahon kept a clean sheet for the first 10 minutes of this half. You can see their confidence starting to grow.
Natalie Bravo. 3 years she's played on this Blue Wave varsity team.
Another good throw. Corner kick to Darien.
This is the first corner kick for Darien today, so see what they can do with this opportunity.
And as we mentioned in the first half, Darien beat McMahon last season 3-0, all 3 goals coming off set pieces. So here's a real opportunity for the Blue Wave, John and Barry.
You got Ramsey with the height in the middle of the box.
It's interesting again with 11 McMahon players all inside the box. So it's going to be difficult for them to break out now. Oh, what a lucky deflection now. I'll be looking for him to try and take her on now. Facina's looking to pass it to McNamara. That's good defending by Fox.
Michaela Facina near sideline.
That's good movement there by McMahon. Again, harness your speed and skill there are good. We've kind of we're whacking balls up to the two forwards. The Blue Wave needs to show a little bit more composure on the ball in order to break McMahon down.
And John, that last advance, McMahon did just what you were telling Darien to do. Keep it on the ground and the score.
McNamara puts it in the back of the net.
That's a fantastic finish. And I think we saw there that McNamara, that's the soccer IQ I was talking about earlier, and the soccer brain. She's taken that shot early because if she beat the first defender, D'Annunzio was there. And as I said, in my opinion, D'Annunzio's won that battle today. So that's a great shot there by McNamara, not because it went in, but because she figured out that if she shoots early, she's got a much better chance. But that was obviously a strike that Fiore had no chance to save. So now we'll see if Darien can get the foot on the ball and settle down a little bit. As I said, hopefully we can push more of these defenders and midfielders up the field.
So at the 28-minute mark of the second half, it's 1-0 Brien McMahon as Peyton McNamara, the sophomore midfielder, strikes for the goal.
And let's see if Darien has an answer. Back in the attacking zone now for Darien, trying to move it up. Nice defensive play there by the McMahon defender. And McMahon clears it out of bounds. Throw in for Darien. Emily Birdwell.
Now it's going to be a test here, because I said the way McMahon are lined up in this 4-5-1 formation, Darien's going to have to get a foot on the ball, use the width of the field, and try and break him down the wings, because again, we're not having much success. Again, smart there from Bravo, not taking a long throw this time. She saw Bergwell open.
And for the first time this year, the Blue Wave actually are facing a deficit on the scoreboard. So let's see how they respond. But John, I think you're right in terms of they're getting a few more players up front, whether it's Emily D'Annunzio or one of the other.
That's a good ball into the box. Yeah, I'm not sure, as I said, it's difficult to tell from here whether it is a deliberate tactic or the coaches, as I said, are getting frustrated with the players, because Darien are definitely sitting very, very deep today. And again, there's no need to sit back with 4 defenders, with the one forward just playing high, 4-on-1. Every time you get the ball and you start to move forward, if one of those defenders goes forward, there's no one to mark them, so they become an extra player. So I would look to Darien to start to move more bodies up the field.
And Barry, to your point, it will be interesting now to see how Darien does react, being down a goal the first time they've faced a deficit, as you mentioned, all season long.
And I don't think there's much concern. I mean, they certainly have the offensive firepower to tie this thing up in a hurry but they just got to take advantage of their opportunities. Another move by McMahon.
That's a great ball out wide. That's a great move there, though. Great ball out to the outside midfielder. I don't think there'll be any panic with the experience that Darien have. I think it'll more be right now frustration that Darien can't get a foot on the ball and settle the game down, which has led to McMahon. That's a great turn. That's another shot from distance. Well saved, Fiore.
Nice save by Chrissy Fiore.
And that's what's happened. You can see in the last 5 minutes, the confidence level of McMahon has started to grow. So Darien, I'd hope, could get a goal back here in the next 5 minutes to make the last 20 minutes interesting. Otherwise, McMahon's confidence is going to start to get stronger and stronger. Again, you can hear Darien now play it down the line, but again, we're back into the middle of the field again. That's a good ball by Bravo. Again, you can hear the wind here picking up a little bit. I don't think Leone is going to be in any rush to take this goal kick. Be interesting here to see the leadership from Darien, see which players can start to take over this game, up the tempo a little bit. It's very flat right now.
Yeah, that was a nice run last time by Ellen Harnish. Just got bumped off the ball in the last minute for the goal kick. But
Ellen's another excellent player again. Very quick, very smart, very technical. And that's what I said, I think the Blue Wave's struggling today because without support to Ramsey and Harnish, they're very isolated up there.
Ellen Harnish with 6 goals this season, 4 assists in the first 4 games.
Here she goes, that's a good ball. It's just very difficult for them to do this on their own against the calibre of defenders McMahon have. That's well done there. And Darien today simply giving the ball back too easily.
In his second
now
year.
Here we go. But again, if you look again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blue shirts and Harnish up there on her own.
yeah, it seems like it's 1 against 3 or 2 against 4 on Darien going into the offensive zone. That's tough to get through there.
Getting well defended there by McMahon.
They have done a pretty nice job on Ramsey specifically today in this match.
Yeah, it's every time Ramsey and Harnish get the ball, every single time there's 2 defenders there, and if I was the McMahon coaches, I'd do exactly the same thing as well. Because if you paid any attention to the first 4 games of the season, one-on-one, those 2 are very, very dangerous players.
Yeah, Ramsey and Harnish are a pretty impressive duo for the Blue Wave.
And it's hard no matter. And if you look here, McMahon always get it up to the forward and then have 3 or 4 players supporting them. Supporting it. Here we go. And if you look again, it's now again. If we look again right here, we've got the ball up forward, but there's 6 white shirts behind the ball. It's going to be too difficult to break them down unless we get more bodies up.
Nice ball by McNamara there. We're about halfway through this second half. McMahon 1-0 over Darien.
That's well done there. And that's what you'll be looking more of. Calmness playing it out the back. That's a good control by Ramsey.
That was a nice defensive play by D'Annunzio. That was almost a perfect pass.
McNamara trying to thread the needle there, and she nearly did.
But the McMahon midfielders, John, they've played a really good game. They've played very strong and held the ball in.
Yeah, I think the McMahon midfielders have done a very good job getting up there to support the forward. Again, and this system can work. It seems to work quite well for them today. Whereas again, if you look there, Harnish gets the ball, immediately 2 defenders around her. That's a great strike again. What a good effort.
Marisha Slowick, the captain, over the crossbar. Another opportunity for the Senators there to put another one up on the board. 1-0 McMahon, leading Darien here in the second half of this FCIAC girls high school varsity soccer matchup.
That's a good header there.
Good hustle by Finn just outside the line. Throw in for McMahon.
If anything, it's a little bit quiet here from Darien. And again, I have this with some of the teams I coach, and I coach a lot of the kids on the field today. Definitely a lack of urgency at the moment. We need some of the leaders to pick this up. That's a great tackle again. D'Annunzio steps in. Again, great defending from D'Annunzio again. Oh, my new favourite player with a great header there. That's well done by Harnish.
Nora Brown.
Again, a little bit too flat, that ball. Darien definitely needs to start using this width. Again, I know I keep stressing it, been stressing it now for almost 65 minutes. Darien definitely have the ability to exploit McMahon down the wings.
Katie Ramsey, far sideline.
That's a good turn by Harnish. I think she'll be looking to get a shot on goal. Again, well intercepted by McMahon.
Boy, McMahon's defense here in this second half has been impressive, John.
It's been outstanding for the whole game. As I said, they've executed, which is very, very hard. They've executed the game plan that they came in with. They played a 4-4-2 against Trumbull the other day, and their coaches will be the first to tell you they got exposed in centre midfield, so they changed their formation for today, and I think they've looked very, very strong in the midfield. Ortolano up front always does a great job holding the ball up. That's well done by Bravo. Again, I think now, if I'm correct, I think this is where Darien's depth could... That's a great cross. Darien's depth of fitness and athleticism should work in their favour in these last 16 minutes. Hopefully they can push on, get forward, and get a goal very, very soon.
And it's still early in the season. We'll see how the midfield, although for McMahon they've played such a strong game thus far, fatigue could be a factor as we get further into this game here.
.28 left in the game. McMahon up 1-0 over Darien.
going to be a very, very interesting last 15 minutes where we get to see have McMahon got the determination, the willpower here to maintain this system. It's a very difficult system, and they've played it excellently for these first 65 minutes. It could be a tricky one. That's well done. Oof, by Fiore. Again by Fiore. That goes to show what it has to have her in goal. That's excellent.
Nice effort out of Fiore.
Well done, well done.
Looked like she was using some of her basketball skills there. She's also a fantastic basketball player and captain of basketball as well.
Three-sport
That's
athlete.
a great header.
Here's our break.
Here we go. Ramsey's in. Oh, took a little too long there.
Nearly puts it in the back of the net.
Good play by the goalie. She got out there and deflected it. So it's still a corner for the Darien squad. Bravo serving from our left.
Big opportunity here for Darien with just under 14 minutes left. Nice ball.
But again, it's another set piece where Darien had 4 players outside the box and McMahon defending basically with 11. This is where Darien could get a ball, but that's a great ball. I think this could cause problems here. Oh, that's a great save by the goalie.
Arias comes out and gets it for Brien McMahon. She has made a couple of nice plays in this second half.
Free kick opportunity here, most likely taken by Bravo.
You can definitely sense the last couple of minutes Darien pushing up,
yeah,
attacking.
As I said, I think Darien's going to look to, as I said, try and get back in the game. And the only way they're going to get back in this game is to commit more bodies forward. And again, I think that the Darien depth is going to play a huge role in this last 13 minutes. Bravo. Another great shot. Good save.
Nice save by the senior keeper for Brien McMahon, Tatiana Arias.
I think she's had an outstanding game today. And they'll be looking for also there, and that's exactly what McMahon are looking to do, relieve the pressure.
And John, you were commenting earlier, there was a lack of urgency perhaps on the Darien side. I think the urgency is now. It felt like it on that last kick by Bravo. We'll see what they can muster up in the last 11 and a half minutes.
Yeah, time ticking away here in the second half. 1-0 Brien McMahon up.
Been very, very impressed by Ortolano up front. She's held onto the ball well, caused the Darien defence a lot of problems today. I don't think McMahon are going to be in any rush to take these throw-ins now. That's a great move there. She won't give this up easily. That's another good effort by McMahon.
Just wide. You mentioned Chloe Ortolano. 2 goals this season, the junior forward. She has a sister on the team, Michaela Ortolano, who's a freshman. As Barry mentioned in the first half, number of freshmen on this Brien McMahon team.
I think it shows you what a good job they're doing in the town. I know there's a bunch of players over there that play soccer all year round, so I think it's really started to show in how their program started to develop.
Well, when I spoke to head coach Angelo Singerliotis, he was confident about his team.
Let's see what Bravo can do here again. That's a good ball back into the box. Another good header by Leone. Yeah, I mean, McMahon have been very impressive here today. Let's see if Darien can get a good cross into the box. I think the old mantra, anywhere will do right now for McMahon. Definitely looking to see out these last 9.5 minutes.
Darien's next game is Friday night at home at Stadium Field. First night game in program history under the newly installed permanent lights at Stadium Field. The field hockey team has already played under those lights. The football team played under the new lights this past Friday. Big win over Brien McMahon. And next up is the varsity girls soccer team. They'll get their chance to play under the lights Friday night.
Hopefully we can get this ball into the box and get on the end of one of these.
Free ball here for...
That's a great ball. I think we're looking for D'Annunzio. Another...
Punched over the bar by the goalkeeper.
Nice save by Arias. She's really stepped up here in the second half.
She's been very, very impressive.
And those saves are a lot more difficult than they look from here. That's a tough play.
I mean, again, it's extremely windy, so the safest bet was where to punch it. Another great ball from Bravo. This could be trouble.
Just didn't have anyone on the back post, John. That was...
Again, I think today, I'm not sure why Darien are being so cautious on these set pieces and free kicks, because McMahon are just defending with everyone. So you really only need to keep 1 or 2 players outside the box. Bravo serves obviously great balls in there. We just need to get 1 or 2 people on the end of them. That's well done by Alan. This is going to be very hard to defend. Well done. That's well done by Darien.
McNamara clears it out. We're under 8 minutes left in this game. 1-0 Brien McMahon.
I think you'll see less and less McMahon bodies moving forward now. I think they'll be content to sit with 9 players behind the ball.
Yeah, they're going to
see this out.
Pack in the backside of their field for sure. They have 1 player across the midfield, and that's probably what we'll see the rest of the game.
If you're Darien, what do you do here in these last 7 minutes?
I think, again, you've got to look for someone to give you a spark and someone to give you something special, similar to the McNamara goal. I would look to Ramsey or Harnish to maybe get an opportunity. Ramsey had a great chance earlier, but otherwise I'm struggling to see which Darien player is going to take over this last 7 minutes. Someone needs to be a little bit braver, get a foot on the ball.
Or push forward, John. The Emily D'Annunzio, the one time she pushed up and had a nice offensive run. I think they got to get 1 or 2 of their defenders involved offensively.
That's well done by Finn. That's well done by Alan. Yeah, I think we've sat a little bit too deep for most of the game. I think D'Annunzio would be the one that you could, like Barry said, that possibly push higher up the field.
We're under 6 minutes left in this one. 1-0 Brien McMahon here at the Oval on the campus of Darien High School.
Because in games like this, whether it's 1-0 or 2-0 really doesn't make any difference. I think Darien could look to push forward. That's well done by Larissa. Well read by McMahon. As I said, if you look, we've crossed the halfway line, but we still only have the 2 forwards up there. Smart play there from McNamara. I'd like to see D'Annunzio take this on and keep going.
It's another one, John. They should have given the advantage to the Darien team.
Maybe the refs are still warming up. Overall, the refs have done a good job today,
No, it's been a good.
other than the 2 strange PK decisions, but they
Been a-
evened out.
It's been a good, clean game.
Lauren Larizza, the free kick here.
But again, it's much of the same. Darien with 5 bodies outside the box. These set pieces today have been far too easy for McMahon to defend. Oof. Good header. Now let's see what Bravo can do. Well tackled
Good
there.
defensive play.
Oof. Riley Allen shaken up on that play. She is down. And she is slow to get up.
I think again, what we see sometimes with the inconsistencies between the men's game and the women's game is, I think that was, in my own opinion, not that I ever like giving out cards, but I think as we were just talking about it being a fairly clean game, I definitely think that was worthy of a yellow card.
Michael Fraioli out there talking to his team. What's he saying, John?
I think you can tell by Mike's demeanour, he's probably as just aggravated at the way the game's gone. Again, the good thing is you get to play again in a couple of days, but I think he's probably, again, we had a game plan, and just telling the girls to settle down and have some urgency. It's very hard as a coach, because I go through it a lot. You can't instill that sense of urgency in the players. We've had it a lot this season on the boys program. Hopefully we can get a win soon, but you can see the demeanour. Who's going to raise the level of the Darien team for the next 4 minutes and 6 seconds and give us the kick up the butt that we need to try and get an equaliser and tie this game up?
Who's next up for you, John?
McMahon tomorrow night. So again, same as the Mike and Lee, we worked today, implemented the plan we want to put in place, but ultimately the players have to go and execute. And as I said, I think that'll probably be Mike and Lee's frustration. But I said Darien have had a great start to the season. Hopefully they can get a goal or 2 in the next 4 minutes.
And we have a pause in the action here. 4:06 left in the game. Brien McMahon up 1-0. Head coach, Darien head coach Lee Parsons, tending to the injured player, his injured player, Riley Allen. It looked like she certainly got the wind knocked out of her. And she is up, and that is a good sign to see. And she is walking off.
Yeah, she almost got sandwiched, hit by 2 defenders at the same time.
Yep. It was hard contact.
And again, with this wind and the way Bravo strikes a ball, I definitely think she can put this on target. And maybe the Blue Wave can't only get 1 goal. Maybe we'll get 2 goals in the last 4 minutes. Stranger things have happened. I would look for this goal to be on. I would look for this shot to be on target. I said the word goal a little bit too early. The goalie again, she's cheating off her line. That's a great strike, unlucky. I don't think Leonie's going to be in any rush to take this. The McMahon coach.
3:40 left, 1-0 Brien McMahon leading Darien on a windy, overcast afternoon here at Darien High School.
But again, we've just given the ball straight back. It's been the story of the game today. Oh, look for Vasina to hold the ball up out there. She's had a very good game today as well. And you can see the smartness there. She's heading to Iona next year to play, and you can see what a good soccer IQ does for you. She took the ball right down to the corner flag there. Even though she gave away a goal kick, she managed to waste 45 seconds off the clock. I'll look for much of the same here from Ortolano. Back down into the corner. She's taking a chance bringing it back out. I think the coach will be looking for it to stay there. It worked out okay for her. I think the coach should have been looking for her to keep it in the corner and waste more time.
And she had one nice move, actually got a good shot, deflected, and a corner kick results for McMahon, so they can run another 20 seconds off.
I think you'll see the McMahon girls will be surprised if it's anything other than keep it in the corner. D'Annunzio has to stay 10 yards away from the corner kick. Again, it's still McMahon ball. And again, if you look at how they've done the last 2 minutes.
We're under 2 minutes left in this one.
I think they'll again be looking to keep it in the corner. They've done it. There we go. Let's get the Blue Wave up the field. That's well done. Can we get it into the forwards? But again, I think that's pretty much the story of the game today. 1 minute here for Darien to get it over. But again, Leone, great header.
We're under a minute left in the game. 1-0 Brien McMahon.
Can Darien get back in this and squeeze their win? And again, I think D'Annunzio could be the one to take this on here. That's a great ball. But again, I think it's pretty much the story of the game today. Hopefully Darien can do something here in the last 30 seconds. Just simply not enough bodies forward. 25 seconds to go here. That's a good ball. But again, 5 whites behind the ball with just not enough bodies committed forward today.
Inside
Could be one more shot. D'Annunzio's going to fire it in. And that should be it. Very smart play there.
So Brien McMahon is going to win this 1-0 in a well-played defensive game. Peyton McNamara, the only goal in this one.
Again, the Blue Wave gets a few days off to regroup, play under the lights on Friday. And again, they'll have to change something up for Friday. Today was just not enough chances taken with getting committing bodies forward. The set pieces, not enough bodies in the box. But I think the Blue Wave will definitely rebound on Friday and get a very solid win.
And if you're Coach Parsons, what are you telling your team after this loss, John, the first loss of the season?
I mean, to be fair, overall, in the big picture, it's not a big deal. It's still a very, very good team. Today was, again, a little bit flat, not the best performance. You just basically tell them it's one loss, right? You won 4 games, lost 1. Again, they're going to have to tweak a couple things for Danbury on Friday. This week is the most stressful one for if you're the coach, because it's homecoming week. So again, the girls, they're going to have to work hard, get some sleep, get some rest, which is always questionable, and come out and put a strong performance in and beat Danbury.
Barry, your final impressions from this one?
I was impressed by Brien McMahon. I think that, as John indicated earlier, it's a program on the rise, and they're going to win a lot of games this year, but they're not going to surprise people because they will be ready for them. I thought they were solid up front. Number 4, Ortolano, that you spoke about, played well. Helms in the midfield, number 11, and 18, 19, and their goalkeeper had a really good game. They were solid throughout, and honestly, they played the better game.
Gentlemen, it's been fun once again.
It's been beautiful. I'll see you Friday.
We'll see if on Friday, 1-0 Brien McMahon beats Darien for Barry Cronin, John Bradley. I am Damian Andrew. Brien McMahon beats Darien, hands them their first loss of the season. Just like to give a shout out to Hudson Ely and Brendan Ross working behind the scenes this afternoon here for the DAF Media Network. Once again from Darien High School, Brien McMahon beats the Blue Wave 1-0. This has been a production of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Take care, everybody.
All right. Gotta go back to work.